What if I were to tell you that some of the most powerful tools for rebuilding your strength after 60 aren't found in fancy gyms or expensive equipment, but already exist in your very body? What if the real secret wasn't to push harder, but to learn how to move smarter, in ways that will protect the joints and awaken muscles that have long been asleep, while even sharpening your mind? Most people aren't aware, but after 60, the body changes in ways that make simple, intentional movements far more valuable than complicated workout routines. A controlled sit to stand can activate more muscle fibers than a poorly done squat. A slow heel raise can boost circulation better than many cardio machines. And a mindful step to the side can lower your fall risk more effectively than pricey balance equipment. Today, I am going to walk you through 5 gentle exercises that are science-backed and may look familiar on the surface. But I am going to teach you how to do them through a new lens, the lens of longevity. These movements are much more than exercises. They are signals to keep your body strong, keep your nerves firing rapidly, and protect your independence. And stay with me until the end, because one of these exercises requires almost no effort, yet has the power to transform the way you walk, stand, and stabilize your core. Before we get started, drop your name and where you are watching from in the comments. I'd love to hear from you now. Let's get started. Lesson 1. Sit. To stand with posture control, foundational movement to rebuild strength, balance, and independence post -60. Here is something surprising. The simple act of rising from a chair is one of the best predictors of independence later in life, more so than how far you can walk or how fast you can run. Why? Because the sit to stand is a powerful compound movement. It engages your quadriceps, glutes, and core all at once, while also stimulating the vestibular system, your balance center, and strengthening the neural pathways responsible for coordination. According to research in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, adults over 60 who did daily sit to stands for just 8 weeks increased lower body strength by 31% and cut their fall risk by almost 40%. More impressive, however, is the neurological effect. Every repetition fortifies the mind-face muscle link, enabling your body to react sooner, adapt more fluidly, and to move with a lot more assurance. And it doesn't stop there. This movement also extends to benefit your metabolic health. Repeated sit to stands improve circulation, enhance insulin sensitivity, and even sharpen cognitive function by increasing blood flow to the brain. So every time you rise from your chair with control, you are not just exercising, you are sending your body a message. I am still strong. I am still here. I'm not done yet. How to do it? Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor and knees aligned over your ankles. Cross your arms over your chest or extend them forward if you need support. Take a gentle breath in. Press through your heels to stand up as smoothly as possible, imagining your spine lifting like a zipper, closing from your hips to your shoulders. Pause for a moment at the top to feel your core, thighs, and glutes engage. Then lower yourself slowly, no dropping, no collapsing, until you're seated again. Do 5 slow reps. Rest when you need to. Pro tip: if the chair feels too low, put a pillow under you and gradually remove height as your strength improves. Lesson 2. Wall push-ups. With focused breathing, rebuild upper body strength, protect your joints, and reconnect with your breath. After age 60, upper body strength becomes one of the most underappreciated yet most vital areas of stability. Your shoulders, arms, and chest support you through virtually any activity of daily living. Whether you are lifting groceries, reaching for cabinets, opening doors, or catching yourself during a stumble, wall push-ups might appear simple, but they're a clinical gold standard for developing functional upper body strength without putting stress on the joints. In fact, a 2022 American College of Sports Medicine study found that older adults doing wall push-ups 3 times a week saw a 23% increase in shoulder mobility with less wrist and elbow discomfort due to the improved form and posture. What makes this version of the exercise truly powerful is the integration of breath. When you pair the movement with slow, intentional breathing, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural calming mechanism. This helps reduce blood pressure, lower cortisol levels, and supports overall heart health. But there is more. Wall push-ups not only strengthen your muscles, but also help reverse years of rounded posture caused by sitting and screen use. As your posture improves, so does your lung capacity, your sense of balance, and even your confidence. When you perform this exercise with control and presence, you are not only building strength, you are rebuilding trust in your body's ability to move safely, gracefully, and independently. And that matters, because every push you make today carries you one step further from frailty and one step closer to freedom. How to do it? Stand an arm's length away from a clear wall. Set your hands on the wall at shoulder height, slightly wider than shoulder width. Set your feet shoulder width apart with your heels grounded. Inhale slowly through your nose as you bend your elbows and lean toward the wall, keeping your body in one straight line. No arching, no sagging. Pause just before your face reaches the wall. Then exhale gently through your mouth as you push back to your starting position. Repeat for 8 to 10 slow, controlled reps. Pro tip, on your way in, count 1, 2, 3. On your way out, count 1, 2, 3. This will help you breathe in sync with your movement. Rest between sets if needed. Lesson 3, the heel. To toe balance walk, fey the brain, fey body, reset, rebuild coordination. Strengthen reflexes and protect your independence. Balance is not all about your feet. It is a whole of-body communication system involving your inner ear, nervous system, eyes, muscles, and brain. After 60 small imbalances can sneak up on you, a wobble while turning, a slower reaction stepping off a curb, or hesitation when reaching sideways. Although the heel-to-toe walk is simple, it is considered one of the best neuromotor drills by neurologists to reconnect the brain and body. Why? Because setting one foot directly in front of the other makes your brain readjust every step with precision. In a 2021 study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, researchers reported that older adults who did heel-to-toe walking for a mere 5 minutes daily saw improvements in gait speed and reaction time that reduced fall risk by as much as 50% in 6 weeks. Even better, this movement excites the cerebellum, the part of your brain responsible for coordination and timing. So your brain gets quicker at righting missteps, catching yourself when you stumble, or changing direction with sure-footedness. Every slow, deliberate step retrains your system, not just your balance, but your brain agility, ankle stability, knee control, and the trust you have in your body. Think of this drill as a daily tune-up for your mind and muscles. How to do it standing: stand next to a wall or stable chair. Put one foot directly in front of the other so your heel touches the toes of your back foot. Keep your eyes forward and shoulders relaxed. Slowly take a step forward with one of your feet. Try to walk heel-to-toe for several steps. Walk in a straight line for 8 Phaeton steps. Stop and breathe. If necessary, lightly touch the wall for support, but challenge yourself to rely on your muscles, not your hands. Pro tip, just mimic the action of walking along a narrow beam. Perform 2 Phae 3 passes a day, and your ankles will stabilize with time, while reaction speed will impressively increase. Lesson 4. Seated knee lifts with diaphragmatic breathing. Engage your core, increase your circulation, and reconnect breath to movement. Strength isn't always built through big, dramatic actions. Sometimes, it starts with a small lift, a deep breath, and a renewed connection from the inside out to your body. Seated knee lifts with diaphragmatic breathing do so much more than strengthen your thighs and core. Deep stabilizer muscles are activated, spine alignment is improved, and breathing is retrained for efficiency that benefits the heart, brain, and digestion. Past age 60, most people rely on shallow chest breathing, especially if they've had anxiety, back pain, or reduced mobility. This reduces oxygen intake, lowers endurance, and can eventually weaken posture. Yet when you perform controlled abdominal breathing with movement, you are activating your diaphragm, transverse abdominis, and pelvic floor. muscles that are responsible for balance, continence, posture, and core control. According to research from the National Institutes of Health, exercises done while seated combined with deep breathing can lower blood pressure and reduce stress, while improving walking endurance in older adults, including those with limited mobility. In fact, this movement is accessible for almost anyone, whether you cannot stand for very long or have limited mobility. But don't let the gentleness of the action fool you. This little lift is doing big work behind the scenes. It is training your nervous system, oxygenating your brain, and preparing your body for every other movement you'll make during the day. Sometimes the smallest motions create the biggest momentum. How to do it? Sit tall in a firm chair with your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Rest your hands lightly on your thighs. Inhale deeply through your nose, allowing your belly to expand. Exhaling slowly through your mouth, lift your right knee a few inches off the floor without leaning back. Lower it as your breath finishes. Switch sides. Move with your breath, inhaling to prepare and exhaling. As you lift, work up to a total of 10-12 reps, 5 or 6 per leg. Pro tip: slow is stronger. Focus your attention on breath and control, not speed. You'll find that over time, your core coordination improves along with your stability, while standing, walking, and changing direction. Lesson 5. Standing side steps reinforce your hips, guard your balance, and reduce the risk of falls from the ground up. We think a lot about going forward, walking, climbing the stairs, getting out of a chair, but one of the first things to go with age is side-to-side stability. Unfortunately, it is one of the biggest predictors of dangerous falls. That is where the standing side steps come in. This simple movement turns on those commonly underused hip abductors, glute medius, and lateral stabilizers of the knees and ankles. These are important for making sure sideways collapse doesn't happen while walking or catching oneself after a stumble. One 2020 study in the Journals of Gerontology reported that targeted lateral movement training reduced fall risk by over 43% while massively improving walking confidence in adults over age 65. But here is what is even better. Activating your outer hips via side stepping positively affects pelvic alignment, releases lower back pressure, and encourages lubrication of the joints of the hips and knees. When you do this exercise with mindful control, you are also training your proprioception, your body's internal GPS that senses position and movement. Proprioception naturally dulls with age or inactivity, which is one of many reasons this drill is so valuable. The beauty of this exercise lies in its simplicity. Step by step, you are not just strengthening muscles, you are widening your base of support, restoring symmetry, and telling your body you can move confidently in any direction life takes you. How to do it? Stand with your feet at hip width around a wall or sturdy chair. Lightly engage your core and softly bend your knees. Take one step to the right about 12 to 18 inches and bring the left foot in to meet it. Continue for 6 to 8 steps to the right. Then reverse to the left, keeping each movement smooth and steady. Be sure to keep your body straight, no leaning or swaying, and breathe normally. Pro tip: visualize your feet drawing a straight line as you move. This will help correct the alignment and strengthen the stability of the hips. Make 2-3 passes in each direction and rest between sets. In time, you will feel more secure with turning, pivoting, and sidestepping obstacles. Practical advice for older adults, if you are just getting started, or again after some time off. Remember this: consistency always trumps intensity. You don't have to strain, sweat, or go to your limit to see progress. What your body needs most after 60 is steady, safe movement, and regular signals that say, I am still using this. Even tiny improvements in balance and strength can significantly reduce your risk of falls, joint pain, or fatigue. And if something feels too hard today, adjust it, sit down, slow down, breathe through it. The goal isn't perfection, it is persistence. Every small movement is a message. Today, I choose strength. Conclusion: what you have just done is more than an exercise. It is a manifesto, with each conscious rise from a chair, with every push from the wall, with each balanced step, and with each deliberate breath. You are giving your body a powerful message. We're not done yet. These 5 gentle movements may look simple, but simplicity can be profoundly powerful. Each one is supported by decades of research in neuroscience, biomechanics, and aging physiology. And perhaps most important of all, behind each and every one of these movements is your intention, your commitment to staying strong, independent, and connected to the life you love. Yes, your body changes after 60, but change doesn't mean decline. It means adaptation. It means your body is shifting, learning, and responding to new signals. And the good news is this: your body is still incredibly capable of rebuilding strength, rewiring balance, restoring energy, and supporting vitality, without expensive equipment or grueling workouts. In just 10 minutes a day, you've already started reactivating deep muscle chains, protecting your joints, calming your nervous system, and increasing circulation to your brain, all through movements designed to meet you exactly where you are. And the best part?